After doing so much track riding and racing, it feels really weird to get back out here on the street. But the Tuono still sounds so good. Hi, I'm Chad, and welcome to Virtual Reality, where I like to start my vlogs because it is a place where we can do wheelies. Reality. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing my opinion with you and my thoughts on what is more fun, riding motorcycles on the street or riding motorcycles on the racetrack. So if you're subscribed to the channel, and if you are, thank you very much, you will likely recall that I have spent quite a bit of time at the racetrack this year for a few different reasons. One, just to enjoy myself and experience riding a motorcycle and getting as much out of it as I possibly can. And also because I have been racing this year. I've lost count of the number of track days that I've done this year. And then of course I've spent many a weekend at the track racing after that first practice track day on Fridays. So yeah, spent a lot of time there. Only spent 2 days at the track with this old girl here, my 2017 Aprilia Tuono V4 1100 factory. Well, really only 1 day, because the second time I took it to the track this year for the Aprilia Racer Days event at Willow in October, she was leaking oil. So I spent that day really riding my friend's bikes, and also one of Aprilia's bikes. But nevertheless, still did get some track time in on my Tuono here, and it was a hoot. And then just with all the racing that I've done in the last few months, it's really had me thinking, you know, what do I enjoy more? Riding on the street or riding on the track? But anywho, especially in the back quarter of this year, a lot of the content that I've been recording has been at the racetrack. Been pretty busy. It's been a little challenging to find time to ride on the street. But it had me thinking, where are my miles best spent? And if we're being totally objective here, for me, the answer's pretty easy. It's the racetrack. I have the most fun when I can get out and really just explore what my machines are capable of, and what I'm capable of, personally. And really the only time that I get to do that is at the racetrack. I'm not a canyon carver. Been there, done that, wasn't for me. And of course, you know, I clown around on this thing, but for the most part, my true happy place on a bike is at the track. Now, of course, riding the racetrack every time I want to ride a motorcycle is not cost effective or really practical, for that matter, for me at least. If you own a racetrack and live there and can do it whenever you want, that's awesome. I envy you. But that's not me. And also, I think my perception's been a bit skewed because I have been so fortunate to spend so much time at the track lately. I was at Chuckwalla twice in the last month and a half. Really 2 months at this point. A couple weeks before that CBMA race weekend in October, I was at Willow with this old girl, and then, of course, the other assortment of motorcycles I got to sample. One of which was the 2019 Ducati Panigale V4R. Thank you, Mr. Austin Healy. Link above to that video. But yes, you get it. I'm a track boy and I go to the racetrack a lot. And I'm really lucky to be able to do that. Now, for the most part, the only time I ride on the street is when I'm out recording videos. It had been a very long time since I'd just gone on a street ride just for my own enjoyment without a camera on my helmet, trying to think of something to talk about or what to say. But then, this past weekend, one of my best friends, Sean, came out on his new KTM Adventure 790, and we just putted around. Had our Cena SMH 10R headsets paired, chit-chatted, caught up, and just enjoyed being on two wheels together and exploring this beautiful landscape in which I virtually reside. I mean, look at this. Beautiful. And you can probably tell by my inflection there, but I had a great time. And that was actually how I started riding motorcycles. When I first started riding, I was just riding around with my friends. Just, we were really just trying to have a good time and share the experience together. And I still get that experience when I go out racing with all my other friends that I race with, whether in my class or in other classes. Just being at the track and sharing that experience. But I haven't been getting that social component of motorcycling on the street for a while. And going on that ride and spending that time with Sean, although only for a few hours, really brightened my week, my weekend, and reminded me how fun riding a motorcycle can be just on the street. That isn't to say that it can't be fun just riding solo. I'm still doing this ride by myself, and I think this is fun. It takes a little bit more thought and effort than just going out for a cruise, but on the whole, it's still a great time. But one of my favorite things about motorcycles has always been that community aspect, how it can bring people together and how it's a really unique experience not a lot of people get to share with others. So if I had tried to record this video maybe like a month ago, probably would have just said that street riding's a little less fun than riding on the track. But that said, riding with Sean reminded me just how great riding on the street can be, especially when you're doing it with friends. And also just being out here today, recording a video as the sun goes down in this beautiful world. So, to answer my original question, or to come full circle on this topic, I think that riding on the street versus riding on the track are really two things you can't compare apples to apples. Going to the track, you're really focused. You're really trying to get everything you can out of your motorcycle and yourself. It takes a much different mindset to do that and to do it effectively than it does to ride on the street, which can be a little bit more relaxing, but requires attention in a lot of different ways. For example, is this truck in front of me about to slam on its brakes because there's something in the road? Am I prepared for that? Yes, I am. So I do feel a sense of freedom, both riding on the street and riding at the track. The freedom feeling at the track is being free from distractions. All you have to worry about is the track surface, where you're going, and the other people that are all on motorcycles going that direction. It simplifies things and enables you to go faster. Racetracks are also much safer with lots of runoff and area for you to go if you mess up. But riding a motorcycle on the street's pretty cool too. It's still rewarding in a different way to get out here and just take in the view, to be able to go explore in a way that really engages you with your environment. Smelling the air, the grass, I can smell that right now. Watch out for that pothole. Seeing the views, watching the sunset while I'm just cruising down here, taking it in. It's pretty special in its own right. So, those are my thoughts. I love riding motorcycles, period. I love going to the racetrack, going fast, improving my own skills and abilities, exploring what my bike can do. But I also love riding down the street and just taking in the sights and scenery and feeling like a Power Ranger. With that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, so thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would sincerely appreciate a gentle little click of the like button, and if you considered subscribing for more motorcycling content like this. Drop a comment below. Do you prefer riding on the street or the track? Do you feel the way that I feel about them? Do you only ride one or the other? Have you never been to a racetrack before and been thinking about it? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll hope to catch you in the next one. Until then, later.